Welcome to SOS Media, your number one source of the latest news, opinions, and in-depth investigations that dig deeper into today's developing stories around the globe. R. Kelly was hastily and unjustly convicted and sentenced to 30 years in prison on federal charges last year in Brooklyn, New York, and he is now appealing his conviction. The charges were centered on a number of allegations spanning more than 2 decades, including those from numerous women who for various reasons claimed that he had sexually abused and exploited them. R. Kelly has decided to appeal the unjust conviction, and his legal team led by attorney Jennifer Bonjean have approached the appeals court to reverse his convictions, or order for a new trial. After his sentencing, Deveraux Cannick, one of Kelly's lawyers, then restated that the case against R. Kelly was full of inconsistencies. Now the appeal has been put into motion. R. Kelly and his legal team have put forward several arguments for why they believe his unfair New York conviction should be overturned. R. Kelly and his legal team contend that the government didn't meet its burden of proof in court, despite having a jury that convicted him on all charges. Like so many #MeToo cases, the government was given free lead to make this case about R. Kelly's life, introducing mountains of other bad act evidence that has nothing to do with the charged offenses, they said in a statement. It is also clearly visible that the trial judge, Ann Donnelly, was biased against R. Kelly and that the proof obtained during the trial was circumstantial and lacking in substance. 4 of the jurors during the New York federal trial shouldn't have been seated on the jury because they acknowledged to deciding his guilt before the official verdict, and at least 2 of them have watched the documentary, Surviving R. Kelly, which certainly affected the outcome of the trial. They shouldn't by all means have been part of the jury. It is also clear that most of the witnesses against R. Kelly were over 18 years, while others lied about their age in desperate attempts to get close to him for their personal gain. Together with their parents, they intentionally misled R. Kelly. In the filing, R. Kelly attorney Jennifer Bonjean also argued that federal prosecutors were aware that the key witness, who testified under the pseudonym Jane, had hired experts to help her seek $13 million in restitution from R. Kelly when she said on the stand that she was non-committal about her plans and prosecutors did not correct her. Jane's testimony was not truthful when she claimed she was undecided about whether she would pursue restitution from R. Kelly, the motion states. She actually knew fully well that she was seeking restitution in an extraordinary amount of money if R. Kelly was convicted. The government knew it too. R. Kelly and his lawyers also agree to the fact that the evidence from his past relationships shouldn't have been considered in the trial, just like details about his sex life, conduct, and behavior in the bedroom. These were irrelevant to the crimes hurriedly alleged against him and were simply a way for prosecutors to influence the jury. R. Kelly and his legal team are also pushing back on former employees and associates who took the stand in his trial. They argue that the majority incorrectly testified to matters they had no real knowledge of and were not in the know as staffers. Together with his legal team, R. Kelly is also seeking to have the restitution orders by government reversed and have the funds confiscated from his trust account returned. Earlier this year, R. Kelly's sexual abuse indictments in Illinois were dropped, with Illinois State's Attorney Kim Foxx citing the extensive sentences handed down in the Kelly's federal case in New York. When contacted, a spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of New York provided no comment regarding the appeal. But R. Kelly's attorneys described his federal racketeering charge as absurdly remote, saying it aimed to prosecute him for alleged misdeeds going back decades without pesky statutes of limitations obstacles. The federal statute under which R. Kelly was charged requires proof of an ongoing criminal enterprise. His attorneys allege the prosecution failed to show there was a collection of individuals who shared any common purpose other than to promote R. Kelly's music. As always, we stay optimistic that R. Kelly and his legal team will prevail throughout the appeal process and that consequently, the king of R&B will get his well-deserved freedom sooner than later. Thank you for watching today's video brought to you by SOS Media. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Also remember to leave your comment about today's topic in the comment section below.